Again, agents of CCL take our land and give your heads to us. One ominous threat read. Many moved just to escape the poisoned relationships within their villages. When I went back to Jharkhand 2 years later and asked about the young activist I'd met, I learned that he had abandoned his activism, worn out by death threats and police harassment. His friends said that he had a new job too with CCL. The Maoists were no slouches at exploiting minerals either. As my travels lengthened through Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand, one thing became clear: mining and mineral exploitation. We are not the enemy of mining, Comrade Ranjit said, smiling. It can be our friend. Exploitation had antagonized the Adivasis and disadvantaged the rural poor, making them aware of being the have-nots in a land of potential have-a-lots. But the Naxalites did nothing to oppose mineral exploitation. They thrived on it. Comrade Manas had never tried to duck the subject when I quizzed him on Naxalite mining policy. He told me that most Maoist units, on hearing that mineral surveys were taking place, far from seeking to attack and drive off mining companies in defense of local land rights, asked the simple question: what will be paid to the party as taxes? Revenue was critical to the Naxalites' survival. Like any insurgency, there needs funds and the potential levy on mining, alongside the protection rackets, kickbacks, and access to industrial explosives that came with it, far exceeded anything the Maoist annual tax on tandoor leaves, used since the 17th century to roll cigarettes, or rice, could come up with when mines were attacked. It was often only because their owners had not paid the protection money or had held back, giving the Naxalites a cut of the profits. In many parts of India today, Maoism is not ideology driven but levy driven. Warned Jairam Ramesh, India's Minister for Rural Affairs before his National Congress Party (INC) government fell to Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP) in the 2014 elections. Ramesh was so concerned about the symbiosis between the Naxalites and the mining industry that he had publicly demanded a moratorium on all mining in the areas worst affected by the insurgents. Where there is mining, there is Maoism. Because where there is mining, there is more revenue. And where there is more revenue, there is more extortion. He added, some of the best known names in Indian industry are running business in the Maoist areas by paying off the Maoists. I don't want to name names, but these are the biggest names in the Indian industry. I was allowed a glimpse of the operation firsthand one October day in Jharkhand. A series of coded calls led to a meeting with a stranger in a rural marketplace. In turn, he guided me to a deserted stretch of track beside the jungle, the rendezvous point for Naxalite commander alias Comrade Ranjit, who, in addition to his many other tasks, oversaw an insurgent-controlled coking plant. The plant lay in open fields beside the jungle just a few miles from Jharkhand's thermal power station at Bokaro, built in 1986. The coking operation he next showed me was entirely professional and entirely Naxalite run. The plant had been built without a license and relied on local coal mined illegally by local villagers, who chipped away in a multitude of nearby mines. The Naxalites protected the site and made money from it. The police took a cut of the profits too. Also, Comrade Ranzit insisted as we walked around the plant. He claimed that the Naxalites paid officials 100,000 rupees, about $2,000, a month to stay away from the site. He also explained a simple system of bribery involving corrupt officials who were paid a fee to issue documents legitimizing each 25-ton truckload of Naxalite coke so that it could flow into the legal convoy chain. For their part, the Naxalites took the equivalent of $1,000 a day in levies from the operation.